So guys, we have seen the in previous how to use the CSS, and I have given the demonstration how to use the external and internal CSS. Even you have used that how you can use inline. So this is the further like that. If you want to define the inline style CSS, right? So the style rule you can place within the HTML element via some attribute. Okay, so what you have to use, I've just highlighted here. Okay, so there is the, you have to use the style symbol. Okay, so you can see here I have used the h2 tag. I'm just writing a style is equal to font. You have to use the tag. So here just define the tag, that is style is equal to, okay, font and font size and 24 pt. Okay, that is 24 point, and description similar way for h2. So whichever you want, this way you can define the internal styles example. So what is inline CSS? So inline CSS is used to apply a unique style to a single HTML element. So whenever you want a single HTML element to be designed, then you are going to use inline CSS. And inline CSS style, that is whichever you are using, that will affect only the element on that which you are defining, and it will the element it is defined within and will override any other style definition for the properties used in inline style. So wherever if you used other CSS style for the particular font or heading tag or paragraph, if you are defining into the inline, then only inline will be overridden the style. Using inline style generally is discouraged since they increase bandwidth and decrease maintainability. Why they have mentioned here? They have discouraged because you have thousands of lines of code in your HTML and you want to design this some text effect, some size you want to increase. What will happen there? Then each line you are going to define, number of lines of code will get increased. The moment it get increased, the size of your page will get increased, and the user, when they are opening the particular page on their browser, it will increase the bandwidth, so it will load little slower. And due to that, why we have mentioned decreased maintainability? Because when you have number of lines of code and when you want to change, you have to again open and change each line. That's why maintainability has been decreased here. Okay, next, inline style can however be handy for quickly testing out a style changes. What does mean that? That means if you want to test anything, like okay, my style, what we are going to define into the CSS, that is working correct or not. Therefore you can use this inline style in your HTML code and you can test that your page is appearing correctly with your internal styles or not. The next one is your embedded style sheet, which already I have explained with the example in the previous presentation. So what will happen here? Whenever you want to define the external style sheet, then you have to embed this element into the head section. So what is the embedding? In head section you have to embed something, the tag called as style. So style should be used into the embed. Okay, you have to embed. How it will be there? The same way which we have seen the syntax, we have to use heading tag, HTML heading tag. If you want define meta tag, then title tag. Now you are going to write the style tag. So when you are going to define style h1, you are using the selector, then properties and value, h2 properties and value, close the style, close the heading tag, come to the body section, and then in body section you can use the h1 and h2. Now here h1 will be referred to the font size 24 and h2 will be referred to the font size 18 with bold. You can use this way also. So this is one way to embed a style sheet. This is another example. Now internal CSS is used to define a style of single HTML page. You can define in single HTML page only. Okay. Okay. Now while using the better inline style, you can embed this style into your CSS, but still this will be discouraged because this style, the style which you are going to use here, this will also increase the number of lines of code on your HTML document. Since each HTML document have its own HTML element, and it will be very difficult for the style for multiple document when you want to embed. When you want multiple document to be used, okay, then it will become very difficult to define different style sheet, and it will increase the page load similarly. Then what will we use here? Now we will be using as a external style sheet. The solution of this, not to discourage the maintainability, okay, that means you have to increase the maintainability, you have to reduce the bandwidth. For that you are going to use external style sheet. So how external style sheet? In previous example we have spoke that the style rule which you are going to use, you have to use in the single CSS file. You have to create a CSS file with extension .css, cascaded style sheet extension will be there with the separate file, and you can embed this external CSS into your HTML. How you can do that? For doing this, you have to use link tag. That means you are going to link your style sheet, whatever you have created with the name. You are going to use the tag similar way HTML head tag. So this will be also used inside your head tag only. How it will be there? You are going to use link, again relevance is equal to style sheet. You are going, because this file is style sheet, you will be using a style sheet, and you are going to location of the CSS. So I for reference you can use as a which location you have saved your style sheet. This is by far the most common place to locate style rules because it provides best maintainability, as I mentioned. And when you want to change any external style sheet, so all HTML document that is referred to this style sheet will automatically get updated. That is the benefit of using external style sheet. So when you want to change font size on all, suppose you have 10 pages and you want to change the font size on all the pages, then what you are going to do? If you follow the first method or second method, then you have to open all the 10 pages and then you are going to change. Then it will take time. So increasing the time, and it is discouraging for the maintenance, right? So better you are going to use in one single CSS file, and when you change into a style.css, the entire all 10 page, the font size will get changed. And also the browser will be capable to cache the external style sheet and improve the performance of the site, because once the CSS downloaded, whenever you open any HTML page, any website, what will happen? There is the caching techniques. Nowadays most of the website there will be the caching technique. What will happen in that? When you open a website first time on your system, either it's laptop or either it's your mobile devices, that CSS JavaScript it will be download on your browser. So the caching will catch all this and it will keep into the cookies as a cookies catch. The next moment when you open the particular website, it will load faster because the cache is enabled and CSS JavaScript is already available in your browser, the cache as a cache technique. Therefore your website will be, that particular website get opened fastly on your system. And which is the example of this is the latest application like which we developed using AngularJS or Node.js. If you are using with those techniques, your page will be load faster, and also most of the code will be not visible to the user. So that point of view, that is the better technique to use browser cache, and your website performance will increase.